Yo, what's going on guys? My name is Arcticc or Leo and welcome back to another video, and today I am back on a place where I have not been in a good while now, and that is the Arctic craft world. For those of you that haven't seen my last, I think 2 episodes of the series, you will know that this was previously the Twizzcraft world, but now it is kind of been morphed into my own world, and a lot of the old stuff has actually been removed. I have kept a few things that I kind of want to move or change or something like that, but mostly the things I've kept have been mine. So today's episode plan is pretty simple, and it is just to kind of fill out some of the rough edges that we've got left in the little city over here. I am calling it a city because it pretty much is. That kind of is what it is, but there are actually still a few things that when I cross over the world haven't actually been carried over. For example, item frames have not been carried over, and some of these chests haven't been updated either. You can see I've got like 4 stacks of, actually I'm just going to shove I can't remember, I think spruce was here, so we'll shove those in there. But yeah, there is still a couple things missing, and there's a lot of cows going about, so I'm going to kill some of these guys just to take some of the extra food. A couple more over here, but I've got some I've definitely got some plans that I want to kind of implement into the world, but I'm not going to tell you guys about too many of them just now. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is this little roof up here, because as you can see all of these have their roofs, but this one does not, so I should probably go and do that just now. I'm just going to go and gather some resources. So the verdict is in, and I definitely do not have enough stone brick stairs because I only have 21, but hopefully I should have enough spruce. So I guess we're just gonna go ahead and get started. So I have actually got a little staircase going up here. I don't really know why, but I guess it's proven quite useful for now. I put this roof off for so long, and well, that's a great start. And yeah, it feels pretty good to finally be getting it done, and it'll just make the place look overall more complete, and that's good. Also, this doesn't go there, so that's, yeah. We're just trying to get this first little bit of, in fact, I've actually already managed to do this wrong, because I don't have any actual stone bricks on me, so I guess we're gonna start with the spruce. So this is kind of the overall design. You can see it's going basically, I'll actually show you guys right now. So it's going 1, then it's going 1, 2, and then it's going back to 1. So it's a pretty common roof design. If you guys have seen builds like this, you'll realize that these roof types are actually quite common. I'm not 100% sure how high we're going. I think that looks pretty much like a center. I believe it is it's 2 block center, so we're pretty much there with the spruce here. So now we need to go and do the other side. Oh, okay, it's a 1 block center. So it turns out I was wrong yet again, and it is actually a 1 block center. And I have also added this little overhang thing, which it looks good from the side, but from this angle looks a little bit weird. I will actually have to change it though for when I get this bit going, but I think for now it doesn't look too bad. So now I'm gonna have to get all my stone bricks ready and do this little front bit, so I'll be back once I've done that. Okay, and now that we've got that done, I have actually improved this bit a little bit. Still not 100% sure if I like it or not, but I think it doesn't look too bad there at all. So now I do have to get rid of this little lip on the spruce one, because obviously, well, that's going to be covered up anyway, so I will have to get rid of that. And now we just have to take this back a little bit. So I don't know about you, but I think it's time-lapse time. Okay, so I've now completed a decent chunk of this first half here, and it's looking pretty good. So you can see there's a pretty consistent roof design in this whole area, and I did consider switching up a little bit, but I think because the buildings themselves are pretty noticeably different, obviously using similar palettes, but they are definitely different, I think we can kind of get away with it. But a couple buildings kind of over in this direction, I want to switch it up a little bit more, and then have some maybe smaller, kind of more like different buildings over in this direction. But I guess I'm just gonna go and continue with this, and I'll be back when I'm done. Ah, I need to cure him. Okay, let's do this elegantly. That was easy. Oh god. That was pretty easy. This guy, as you can see, is gonna be a farmer for me because I have pretty much infinite pumpkins, and I really hope this guy has a pumpkin trade, because I don't actually think you can get a pumpkin trade straight off the bat. So I'll be looking for some sort of potato trade, or because I have 2 villager breeders that do potatoes. I will need to fix those though, because I don't believe they work anymore. Okay, there we go. As you'll see, it does actually say, it does actually give me the advancement, obviously, because I, obviously because I reset the world. So I don't have any advancement unlocks. And there we go. Straight off the bat, we have actually got a potato and carrot trade, which would be pretty nice. But obviously I don't have any potatoes or carrots on me right now, so I can't actually trade with this guy, so he likely will reset and lose that trade. But luckily we have at least got 1 villager and 1 cured villager added to our collections. Not at all the focus of today's video, but quite useful. But yeah, again, I'll be back when I finish this. And just like that, I am now out of spruce, even though I had 4 stacks or something. And obviously I technically have a full double chest of the stuff. I technically don't yet have a full double chest of the stuff. So tree. And just like that, we now have all the materials we need to go ahead and finish this thing. So wait, what was that? Did someone say time-lapse time? Oh, perfect amount of blocks. That is a good feeling. And now we're gonna break our legs as we there's not even a front. Okay, well we'll imagine there's a front. But I think it looks pretty good. If we go to this side over here, it's definitely a tall roof, but that's kind of the design we're going for. Definitely looks a little bit wide and maybe a little bit weird. I guess I could have gone for the 2-block vibe, but we've kind of done it now, so it's already done. I can't change it. But I think it looks I think it looks pretty good. Once we get this front bit in, it should look even better. We're kind of gonna go with the same vibe that we've got over here with the pillars going all the way up. I think that's quite a cool touch. And here we have room for 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna have about 4 pillars going up, and I should look pretty good. Okay, now that we have the resources we need, this is the wrong house. That's embarrassing. Okay, now that we have all the resources we need, all it should take is a little snap. And there we go. This thing now has a proper roof, unless you look at the other side. But that's something for next video. Personally, I think it looks pretty good. Now, there is actually one more thing I want to do quite briefly in this episode. I know it's been a weirdly long time spent building a roof, but it took a long time. In fact, this episode is way over an hour long. Sorry, should I say this recording is well over an hour long. But something I kind of want to just go around and do now is start marking out a couple buildings, just kind of seeing what I want to put where. Now this whole area is kind of like the farming district, and then there's just this house here, which is kind of not being used at all. But you see, we've got this little areas. We've got the little farm here. We've got obviously the farmhouse. We've got the stable, and then we just got a mine, just kind of chilling. So this area, well, right here, I kind of want to make like almost like a little fishing hut, and then I'll have like a little dock going off to the side here into the like where the lake is. So I think that's what I'm gonna do here. So I'm just gonna mark out a kind of slightly more interesting shape that I can kind of do with this area. So as you can see, I'm just trying to making the buildings kind of match well with the kind of surroundings around them. Now I know this is a bit close to the path, but I could easily just move the path over one, so that's fine. I'm not really too bothered about that, and it kind of is quite similar over here as well. But I'm trying to just give it some more interesting shapes, because things over here are looking quite blocky, especially with these bigger buildings. Over here, I kind of want to add like some market stalls, and then this is going to be a slightly bigger shop kind of looking area. So this here is just going to be some simple stalls that are going to kind of wrap around this area here, kind of just following the general shape of the area. And also in this area right here, I want to add a couple more stalls, kind of just following the curvature of this here lake. And it makes a bit more sense for these to come right up to the path, because obviously when people are passing by, they want to kind of have the stalls right next to them. So maybe it is a little bit close here. I could always move this lake back a little bit for a bit more space, or just shouldn't the path over a little bit, but I think it should be fine, because these aren't going to be like full houses. These are going to be more like little kind of like just little posts with some like roofs overhead, some more simple things like this, like that. Here could possibly be the blacksmith, so I think I'm just gonna wrap this in cobblestone, because this is actually gonna be a slightly smaller area. So probably a little square building like this, and then like a little kind of outdoor area over here where I can actually have almost like a little outside kind of furnace area. Finally, this area a little back here is kind of gonna be turned into a bit of a cave, so I'm just gonna mark this out a little bit like here, and this is going to be like a building kind of dug into the cave, and this is going to be like a little black market or something like that, so it's going to slightly go into the little cliffside here as well. And like I said, this is going to be a bit of a black market, so it's kind of like out of view. It's kind of hidden kind of behind the blacksmith here. So I would just place this very briefly. This is just kind of to mark out where it's going to be. But yeah, I think that wraps up everything I wanted to do in this episode. It's not been the most productive of ones, especially for the amount of time it took to actually film, but I still think it was a big success. So we've managed to put 99% of a roof on this thing, and we've also mapped out a this kind of down area of the city. So yeah, I would say it has been a success. Thank you all very much for watching. Make sure to like for the return series, and let me know what you guys want to see me do in the next episode. Without further ado, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in a little bit. Peace.